Grr, pow!
Okay, hello fans. Welcome to our first episode of Tequila Cooper. It's your hosts.
I'm Daniel. Thank you very much.
Okay, and I'm Kara. And yeah, we finally did it. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah,
Honestly, it almost didn't happen today. So
it almost didn't happen today. No, I think like the idea for this originated like 1.5 years ago during last
it did.
summer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Austria just does these things. So you maybe on that note, Daniel, can you explain the name of the podcast, actually?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so the name is Tequila Cooper, obviously. The first word refers to a certain liquor that might be familiar to some of you. It's great. We like to drink it, and we loved to drink it, especially during fucking lockdown and during like curfew and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's how we came to that. And then Cooper is a bit more of a niche, but it refers to a Mini Cooper. Shout out to Volkswagen or BMW. I don't know whose it is, but it's
I don't
fine.
know either.
Anyways, Carol has a car that's a convertible Mini Cooper, which is fucking awesome. You can drive it
Exactly.
down, Austrian country roads very well. So yeah, when we were there last summer, we were like, yo, if you ever have a podcast, then we'll do it like this. So we
Yeah,
did it.
I love that. I think it's a very good name. Like every time I think about it, it like just reminds me of good times. Or
Exactly.
does it?
Or does
Well,
it? Well,
welcome to our first episode where we talk about.
so what's the topic of today, Carol? Explain.
Well, the topic of today is, well, let me say it as well delicately as you put it in our notes. It's episode 1, drinking.
Yeah, I mean, straight to the point.
Exactly. I love that, Daniel. Always straight to the point. Yeah, it's about drinking, but so basically, Daniel, should we play a drinking game then?
I
That's the
think so.
only proper
Yeah,
way to do it.
sure.
Okay. Do you have a drink?
Yes, I do. Do you want to guess what I'm drinking?
What is your I think yes. Oh, you're actually having a cup. Are you okay, let me think. What time is it at your place right now?
It's 4 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon during a very busy week. Yeah.
Okay, I think you're having a whiskey.
No, I'm not actually.
No,
No,
you're having a Baco.
I'm definitely having a vodka, yeah, of course. I mean, it's a drink of my people.
Oh my god.
It's a great drink for 4 p.m. I
Okay.
think so as well.
I love that. Sounds
no.
great.
Yeah, what about you?
I am having a dark fruit. Oh, I don't need to hold it in front of the camera. A dark fruit cider. Because I didn't want to buy a bottle of liquor, and wine is super expensive here. So I was like, I'm just going to go for the cider.
Mm.
So yeah, because canned drinks do me so well in general, like throwback to like May of this year
Yeah.
when I almost died.
Shout out to great parties, Shout to
Shout out to
seltzers.
great parties. So yeah, honestly, gig hard seltzer, like that shit. Whoa.
That shit hits. Yeah, if it hits right, I'm not
It
so sure, but
does.
it hits.
It's for sure. For like some people, like me, flat in the face.
Luckily, I was very sober that night, so that's great.
Oh yeah, luckily, not a memorable night at all. But maybe this is for like a, how do you call it, anniversary episode or something.
Yeah.
But not for today.
For like episode 100 if we ever get there.
Exactly. Okay, so what's our drinking game then, Daniel?
We can do something that we like say. So my roommate always tells me that I say like a lot, especially when I speak in English, obviously. Which he hates. Which he hates. So I can do
Okay,
that.
good. Well, you can do that. But I don't really know what I say a lot. But
I don't know.
do I have like a stop word?
Stop word, a little
Mm.
international podcast over here. Um, yeah, I think your stop word is either one more thing, because when you get drunk, you keep on rambling, and then it's like, oh my god, one more thing, and then I'll let you talk. Or I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't think I hope I'm not gonna get that drunk that I'm gonna be like, or actually maybe I'm gonna say that. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Well, yeah. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
Fair
fine.
enough.
Okay, well, Daniel, give me some personal updates about yourself. Like, how's your life? What did you do today?
So today I did some work, I'm in some marketing/strategy job right now. So I had to do some work for that in the morning. Then I went to university to study, like a proper motivated student. Didn't pay any attention to the
Whoa.
class, but that's okay. And yeah, then I just went home and now I'm recording a
Anything
podcast.
fun happened?
No, yeah, so I was biking home from the bookstore because I had to get a gift for a friend. So I was just biking home, through Amsterdam, over the canals. And, when the weather is okay enough, which in October or November is like, not raining, then people sit down at the canals with like with their boo. So I'm just, minding my own business, and this couple sits down on the other sides of the canal, and I'm biking towards them, so I'm obviously looking at them. And this woman has a skirt on for some fucking reason, even though it's, 10 degrees outside. And she sits down, not in like a very normal way, but just like legs widespread. So I'm having like a full angle into her private parts. And I was like, yo, woman, this is a public area. Like, please get this out the fuck out of my face. Because it was not like a little whoopsie, you have like in the summer when you're sitting down in the park or something. But it was just like full on for like 5 seconds, just into the darkness.
Darkness.
Yeah,
I
that was
love
my day.
that. I love that. But like, you know what? I always find that really funny that like these kind of things, like I don't know like how, wait, just really quickly, like intermezzo, how like PG do we keep this like podcast? Or
How
like
PG do we keep this? Not at all. I don't know.
yeah, not at all. Okay, good. Like I find it really funny how like we're such like sexual human beings are so sexual naturally, but then when you sit down and when you see a woman sit down at the canal and you see her vagina, you're like, ew.
I don't know. Your inner 3-year-old just comes out, I think, or like 7-year-old. I don't know.
I get that, and you're like, I don't want to go back.
No, I will never bike on the canals again, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which is gonna make my life
Fair
very
enough.
difficult, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So, how about you, Carol? How was your day?
Yeah, my day was also crazy. I worked, and then I had a really no. Actually, this is not for the podcast. This is not fun.
Just
I
general
worked.
question. It
No,
can be a very
actually,
honest
something
podcast.
that is fun.
Oh.
Yeah, no, but not yet. Not episode 1. I'm
Okay.
like no. But what is really fun is that I woke up this morning at 9:30, but my work starts at 8:30, so I overslept, and then I was like, fuck. Like also no one called me, like no one sent me a text, nothing. They were
I
just
didn't
like,
even
oh,
notice.
she's not here. Literally, they probably didn't even notice. And then I sent my the ambassador an email, and I was like, hey dude, sorry, like I overslept, I'll be there in a second. And when I got there, I walked into his office and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, like I can't stay longer today, but I can stay longer tomorrow or next week, like fully knowing that like I don't have shit to do, so I'm literally just gonna sit there not doing anything. And he was like, no, I think it's fine this time, I don't think you have to. And I was like, thank God, dude, because like honestly, otherwise I would just sat there twisting my thumb. So yeah, that was good. And then I did bachata class tonight, which was really fun.
Elaborate. What the fuck is a bachata?
A bachata, it's a Latin dance. It's a bit like salsa, but then like different, I guess. And I started bachata classes since I'm in Hanoi. And I'm actually doing really well, dude. Like I did 4 classes and like I'm in the advanced level and I've never danced bachata before. And I look really good. Like sometimes I see myself in the mirror. I'm like, girl, look, have you seen her? Like, Jesus. But
No lack of
yeah,
confidence?
I mean, no, but okay. Before we start with our actual topic of today, I have a question, okay? Because I talked about this in my vlog the other day.
Real influencer, podcast, vlogs, everything. None of them uploaded yet, but yeah.
None of them are uploaded, but we're getting there, okay? You know, it's a process. Like, I really found out for myself, and I think it's a thing for girls in general, and I think it's one of the best kept secrets that, like, girls have, is that one of the biggest turn-ons is if a guy can just dance. And with that, I don't necessarily mean, like, dance like full on, like shaking their hips, like hips don't lie, like whatever, you know, dancing queen out there, but just like knowing how to move to the music. Like I really believe that because it just makes someone like instantly attractive. Like I had that at dance class the other day. I met this dude, like he just came for like a drop-in or something, and he was really, 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 really good. And like I would have not looked at this dude twice,
Mm.
like probably not even once. And suddenly I was like, hello there. Like, oh my God. So I was wondering, do you have the same with girls, or do you actually not really give a shit? If you're like, if she can shake her booty, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously the most important thing. But no, I don't think so. But in general, like if you look at white guys in Western Europe, which is where I go out generally, and no one can fucking dance. So like you stand out if
Yeah.
you can,
Yeah.
like everybody
Uh-huh.
knows the main white guy moves. If I have time, I'll
Yeah.
edit some in with a video clip or some shit.
I
Um,
love that.
but but like that's really a special thing if you can dance, especially if you can have actual dance moves instead of you can just follow a rhythm. But
Yeah.
for women, I feel like a bit more women can dance. But I would say if you really can dance, like it's cute, like it's nice. But I'm not sure if it's very like it doesn't really do anything for me, I think. But then also I'm trying to
Okay.
think of seeing anyone dance very properly in like the last
But like I don't
months.
mean like, but that's the thing, like I don't mean like you need to don't necessarily need to be like full on throwing out your dance moves that you learned in like dance class or something. I just mean like you hear a song, like you get the rhythm, you get the beats, and you can just like move to that and kind of like a maybe other than the three white boy Western dance moves, you
Yeah.
know? Like it
No, fair
literally
enough. Yeah, if I mean,
it does it for me.
I mean, if you show that you're capable of controlling your bodily moves, to put it very abstract, I mean, it shows that you're in control of some shit. So that might come in handy in some other situations as well. So I guess that's attractive, yeah. But I would never pay attention to it, to be honest.
Okay, well, fair enough. Do you think that's just you, or do you think that that's like a general
I
thing
think
for guys?
men are too simple for that. Yeah, I don't think we really pay
Okay,
attention, to be honest.
okay, well, fair enough.
I think we're like,
Okay.
you can do the wop. Oh my god, that's awesome. And then like besides that's like, yeah, I don't care about the salsa.
But I also think you just care about the walk because we trained it so hard in lockdown. You're like, you know how hard that shit is. So you're like,
Yeah,
if she can do the walk, she's a keeper.
exactly. I mean, that doesn't just show like control of bodily movement, but also of just determination, and a strong mind.
Like full on dedication,
Yeah,
You're like, whoa, she worked for this.
exactly. I think
Love
that's a
that.
beautiful thing. All right,
Mm-hmm.
let's get on with the podcast, shan't we?
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's do it.
okay, great. So, drinking, Kara. How are you
Yeah.
doing with it? How much do you drink currently, like per week?
Currently,
Shout out to your mom watching this, by the way.
yeah. Currently, like actually shout out mommy. I love you. Um currently, well, let's set the scene for everyone who doesn't know. Like, I don't know under which rock you're living, but like, I'm not in Amsterdam right now. I'm in Vietnam right now for until the end of the year or until end of January, actually. And my life has changed quite drastically with regards to drinking. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I think this might be my first casual drink in 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
Like I don't drink during the week at all, like not at all, like not even a beer.
Hmm.
And then usually on Friday or Saturday, I tell myself, oh, I'm gonna go for a couple of drinks and end up trashed with like half a mental breakdown on the phone with Anu crying. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that's currently the current like vibe. So
Sounds
I'm
healthy.
very, yeah, honestly, like I think drinking wise, I'm very healthy right now, actually. I'm not drinking too much. What about
You
you?
you only drink until you have mental breakdowns. Yeah, that's great. Peak mental health.
No, but I mean, okay, yes. I mean it's but Daniel, you have to think of where I came from, where we came
True,
from.
true. Maybe I'll
And
elaborate on that
yeah, I think you should
because for me it's
because
also gone down. Like I still drink quite a lot, but I'm quite sure it has gone down because like as a lot of the people who are like the three listeners we're actually gonna get know that me and Kara are a fucking dynamic duo made by God
uh
Himself.
yeah.
And that if we get together, well, basically, it doesn't matter like when, how, if we have to work tomorrow, just nothing matters except that there's just only one fact that's for certain. That's that we're gonna get fucked up drunk and we'll call everybody at like 12 p.m. and we're already drunken in the club, like, yo, do you want to come out? And then everybody says no. So then we have a great night by just ourselves, basically, which is a bit sad,
Yeah.
but it's also very fun. But
I don't
because
think
you're
it's
not,
sad.
yeah,
I think just really quickly, I think the saddest part about it is actually that I feel like, especially like towards the end of the academic year, it
yeah,
kind of even gave us a kick when it wasn't the weekend.
true.
As in, like, I feel like we were even down harder if it was like a casual Monday. Like, and that is, I think, what started getting a bit sad. Like, that was the only
Yeah.
part.
No, but I must say, I mean, that's a topic for a different episode. But I must say, for me, like, to the end of the last academic year, I was so fucking tired and, like, so burned out and overworked and
Yeah,
just mentally, like, drained
drained.
that,
Yeah,
like, it was an extra kick. And I think it was very good for my mind to not think about work on a Monday
yeah.
night and just get super drunk, which is not healthy, but it's not being about
No,
work. So,
yeah, fair enough,
there you
fair
go.
enough. But as you said, topic for another episode.
Yeah.
Um,
That used to be us, and then I mean you left obviously to Vietnam.
yeah,
So now I mean I don't have you here, so that means I drink less. You know, it's very healthy. It's great that you're not here. I'm pushing more in the gym. You know, I'm getting healthy in whatever way I
yeah,
like. It's awesome. But I mean I still go out. You know, I still live in Amsterdam, which is arguably one of the greatest places to go out in the world.
yeah,
But I think like on the weekends, I'm just gonna actually pull up my agenda. I think I drink like heavily like once a week generally. Like last weekend was the we just had our exams, so then I drank twice quite heavily. But besides that, I don't drink that much anymore. Yeah, probably like once a week on average. And then casually, like yeah, it really depends per week as well, but I would say like 2 or 3 times a week, but that's like just a couple of drinks.
yeah.
And then heavy drinking, I'm not even gonna quantify it, but because my mom might watch this and then she's gonna be like, "Yo, I'm like, you're moving back in with me. Like, I don't know what she's gonna do." But
No, and you're also like, I don't even know the numbers on that one. Like, I can't even count that far.
it's like somewhere in the triple digits, but I don't fucking know. No, no, I don't do triple digits, by the way. No,
No, you don't.
no, I'm afraid
What
not.
was your drink score again on freshman weekend?
Oh yeah, I don't remember. I think it was something like that. That's in one
Yeah,
weekend. That's actually in 2 nights. Yeah, that was
yeah.
quite fucking wild.
2 nights. Yeah,
Also, I
two
might
nights.
actually
That's
cut
quite
that out
wild.
because my mom might watch it and she will literally kill me. But yeah, if I didn't cut it
Okay.
out, hi mom.
Okay, fair enough. But okay, but then so if you go drink casually, what do you drink?
I mean, I prefer to, build my way up. So usually, especially right now, I'll start with beer and then drink like Paco or any
Yeah.
other kind of mixed drink. If I'm drinking with my roommate, we both really like whiskey and we like premium whiskey, so we like buy bottles together. Then we'll start the night off with like 1 or 2 glasses of whiskey, over a game of chess, like we're some fucking rich old
Just
white
really
dudes.
quickly, can you please take like 5 sips because you
Because I
just
said,
said like
yeah,
so
yeah,
often.
yeah, okay, there you go. Oh, that was a big sip. No, but then we drink whiskey and then we'll switch to beers and then to like Baco or yeah, any kind of mixed drink, some Red Bull, vodkas. If you really want to just fight somebody on a night out, I think that's a great option.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, but do you do that on a casual drinking night as well? Like during the week?
No, probably just beers and sometimes wines. So like last night,
Yeah,
oh, like two nights ago, I watched football with a friend of mine and we just drank some red wine and yeah, just chilled out.
yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Football and red wine. That's also a really
That's great.
interesting
Well, I
combination.
mean, I went to Paris last week, so I had some great red wine in my storage. So
Fair
I was
enough.
like, yeah, I kind of have to finish it because the bottle was already open. So yeah, I mean, I drank like 1 glass of red wine and then I switched to beer. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Well, I really like red wine.
yeah.
So
What about
yeah,
you? What do you drink on a casual Tuesday night?
casual. Casual wine. I mean, I wanted to say wine for sure. Like now, let's say in like an environment where I'm not in Amsterdam and I'm not living in my apartment,
Yes.
I would say it's wine or like ciders or like a beer or something like that. Just something really
Yeah.
chill that's like just nice to drink. Also not opposed to some white wine with some sparkling water. Like honestly, it's kind
A
of
little
the best.
spritz.
A little
Also,
spritz,
why? Can you
exactly.
actually explain? So, for those who don't know, Kara is Austrian. For some reason,
Yeah.
German-speaking people love spritzes, and nobody else in the world has ever given a fuck. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah,
Why is it a good thing?
but why is it? I mean, okay, first of all, like I'm a sparkling water fanatic. Like I don't drink tap water. Like literally, I don't drink like normal water from the tap. Like I only drink like sparkling water if I
Mhm.
drink any water. So, and it's basically the perfect mix because you get a wine, like a white wine, and especially if it's like not a good white wine. Like if you're somewhere where you already know, like, yeah, the wine is kind of off,
Yeah.
and then you order like sparkling water with it, it's literally a win-win-win because you get your wine that you want. So you do get your little like, I don't know, tipsy or you enjoy the wine or whatever. And then you pour in the sparkling water and it keeps you hydrated. Plus, it actually feels really funny in your mouth. Like that's what I like about it.
That's what she said. Yeah. Okay, great.
No, but like it does though, because it's like TV static in your mouth, and I really like that.
Okay. That's, mouth feels very important, according to some people.
Yeah, but it's true though that like spritz isn't really a thing anywhere else. I mean, in Italy, I guess, with like Aperol and stuff.
Yeah, okay, but that's different,
And
right?
in the Netherlands as well. Like you can also get Aperol in the summer. Like I had
Yeah,
quite my fair share of Aperol.
Aperol is like, that was like the summer of 2017. Like, that was a hype, but I wouldn't say
Yeah,
that's like similar as just pouring some fucking water into your wine and calling it a drink.
fair, fair. I get that. But I don't know. I really love it. But I can't explain. Like I just grew up with it. Like my
Yeah.
parents, like you know this, Daniel. Like my parents drink spritzer all the time. Like
Mhm.
it's literally they drink it like water, basically. Like
Right. Yeah.
it's their thing.
I mean, that might have been like the cause of your situation in terms of conditional.
Situation. Are you calling my upbringing a situation? Wow, thanks.
I mean, you were raised Catholic, so yes, I'll call it a situation.
Oh, fair.
What do you do for like hardcore drinking?
Okay. Well, back home in Amsterdam, I guess, like that's the thing. Like back home in Amsterdam, I feel like if I know that I'm gonna hardcore drink, I start at home usually pre-drinking.
Mhm.
And then like I would start with like cocktails or something because Anouk and I got really into cocktails, as you
Which
know,
specific
with
one?
like well, we had this quick little problem, some might call it a problem with espresso martinis.
Mhm.
But basically anything like espresso martinis or Moscow
Wait,
mules, which
also,
is
so
my
I
personal
feel like
favorite.
from my point of view, I should elaborate on your little problem with espresso martinis. Like,
Okay.
literally, if you would go drink with Kara and her former roommate, you would get there and they would like be like, "Oh, do you want like an espresso martini?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, sure. It's great. Sounds lovely to the kick off night." And then they would keep on doing this for like 4 fucking hours with like 4 espresso martinis an hour. So until you're absolutely completely fucked and high on caffeine, like you don't even know your name anymore, and then you're just so pumped up and drunk to go out that you just like the next thing you remember is waking up in a bed that might be yours or might not be yours, which is great. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean that's literally true.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to tell a really quick funny story about espresso martinis because when my roommate, I already said Anouk before, but when Anouk decided she was gonna move to Spain for her master's and she was gonna move out, we were looking for a new roommate. And so we had this interview scheduled with this guy on like, I don't know, a Sunday morning, or like it wasn't even morning, it was like 2 p.m. or something. And the night before, I got completely trashed, like so trashed that I woke up in a bed that wasn't mine. Like it was a situation, okay?
It was a
I
situation.
had like a whole walk of shame
Oof.
from like somewhere behind Leidseplein to my home. Like it was not cute, okay? I felt like fucking shit. So I get home, no joke, like 3 minutes before we scheduled this like whole interview with this guy. And I got home and I was like, Anouk, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm going to jump in the shower really quickly. Like, I'm going to freshen up. I'm going to be good. Because I was like, this dude, like, I cannot, like, show up like this. Like, that's not okay. And he walks in. And the first thing I ask him is like, Anouk is like, do you want to drink something to him? And he's like, yeah, what do you have? And I'm like, do you want an espresso martini? Because I'm just going to make one for myself. And Anouk looks at me like, bitch, what? And I'm like, yeah. He said no, because he said he was too hungover. And that's when I knew, or when I thought he was the one.
Yeah.
But so basically, drinking in Amsterdam is pre-drinks, definitely cocktails. But then as soon as we go out, like I always switch to beer or like shots in the club.
Or shot, yeah, okay, obviously.
But I wouldn't like order a cocktail. But I mean, maybe that's also because of the places we go to. But
yeah, we don't really go to the most beautiful places, but
no,
they're fun.
But now actually it's the exact opposite. Like now if I go out in Hanoi, I drink like 1 or 2 beers at home, and then I go out and I just drink cocktails at one night. Like cocktails. I drink like gin and tonics.
Yeah, but it's like cheap, right?
Night. Super cheap. So it's like €3 for 2 gin and tonics, and I'm like, give me 17.
Yeah, you have to pay like 20 euros here, so that's not really, you know, we're trying to get rich, but we're not there yet, so.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I think for me, when I go hardcore, I mean, I already discussed a little bit, like, you know, just build it up throughout the night. But I do think that, especially when I drink with you or Anouk or whatever, if we get like drunk, usually we start off with wine, because we'll like especially during the summer, you know, we'll meet up, go to the beach at like 2 p.m. and be like casually, you know, drink like 1 or 2 bottles each, and then we are drunk, obviously. So then we decide to make some dinner or whatever, and then it just spirals from there. Because then you actually do need like 5 espresso martinis to keep you going, since you've been drinking for like 10 hours.
Yeah. And thank God we could always provide those.
Yeah.
Like if there was one thing that was always in our house, it was coffee and vodka. And sometimes there was no coffee liquor, but shout out to the night store in Javastraat. Like they saved us so many times. Okay, so we paint the picture. Usually, what is our usual drinking behavior? Like in the summer, like we were in Amsterdam, you already said it, we went to like the beach, or to the beach. We went to like a water place.
Water place?
And then
a city beach, yes.
A city beach, sorry, that's what it's called. Then we had like a casual 2 bottles of wine a person.
Easy. I mean, you know, that's normal behavior. One of our friends actually, like literally, for those people thinking that we're just being sarcastic here, like we thought it was pretty normal this summer to do this, until like one of our communal friends was like, yo, what the fuck are you guys actually doing over there? Like, how drunk do you want to get? And we were like, you know, just you know, chilling on the
just vibing,
you know, just vibing.
Yeah, this summer was rough. I mean, this summer, like, I feel like it started beginning of this year. Like, I mean, it started in the pandemic, actually. And it just kept going and going and going.
Oh,
yeah, as in, like, whenever I was in Amsterdam, but, like, just generally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty wild.
Yeah.
But it was very fun, eh?
Yeah, eh? But then, okay, so then we go to probably usually my place, have some dinner, have, like, 7 espresso martinis, and then what?
Then, well, I'll usually drink like a beer or something in between, or like anything else strong that you guys have, which usually is nothing. So usually I just keep on the espresso martinis. But then we just go out, right? At some point.
Yeah. So Daniel, that begs the question.
That begs the question.
Where do you like to go out?
I prefer to go out at like super trashy places, where you have like shitty ass pop music, you know, all the Justin Bieber, Dua Lipa, and Taylor Swift, you know, you need in your life. And then when the people are trash as well, so it's not like, you know, you want to hook up with them, but it's just like, you know, you just want to be surrounded by trash people because you're trash yourself. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird dynamic, but it describes it perfectly. Like you feel more. Like you feel better about yourself because you're surrounded by absolute trash. Like you're like, it doesn't even matter that I started drinking at literal 11:30 on a Tuesday. Didn't do anything with my life. All I ate is like 3 strawberries and a half a shawarma pita.
Yeah.
But here I am, like literally still in my beach clothes.
Yeah.
In the fucking club.
Yeah, I went to the club actually this summer once in my fucking swimming trunks with you. That was fucking great.
That was interesting, but we might actually have a video of that because at some point I got this glorious idea when it really just started being Daniel and me going out that whenever we went out, I at some point just was like, how about I just whip out my camera and just put it like somewhere in the club and just film us like doing our thing.
Yep.
And the worst part about this, if you think this is bad, like, yes, it is, because trust me, it is epic cringe, but it's also kind of wholesome. It's kind of cute to watch back. But the worst part about this is that at this point I had a phone that didn't have a working microphone. So you cannot hear any of the music. You just see Daniel and me completely struggling somewhere in the club, trying to get some dance moves in, being absolutely trashed in our like fucking summer clothes. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, okay. If we got it, I'll edit it in here.
Yeah.
That was a great fucking transition. You get that? Okay. But
Sick.
yeah, those videos are fucking stupid. Yeah, basically. But it's very cute.
Yeah. So, but give me some names, Daniel. Where do you
Some
like to
names.
go?
So I'm talking about Amsterdam, obviously. You know, greatest city in the world. 020 in the fucking building. Um, no. So I mean, my guilty pleasure, for which I feel very guilty, but I get a lot of pleasure out of it, is the Bubbles. It's an absolute trash place to go to. But I also feel like if you take people there and they're down to party, they will always like it in the end. They will be like, yeah, last night's place was trash. But the music is just very poppyish, you know. There's nothing to really hate about it. And there's always playing like the latest songs, which some people hate, but you know, it's good for partying. And no, so like I feel that if you go there, there's just never anyone who really has like a super bad time or some shit. Like you must really be very cynical if you want to have that.
Yeah, like that's literally what I wanted to say. Like, yes, it is a really trash place if you look at it objectively, but whenever we go there, we have a fucking awesome time, first of all, which is also partly because we're just like such fun people, like honestly, what the hell. But like, second of all, like also like the people that we, as you said before, call up at like midnight completely trashed, be like, come to the Bubbles, da 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 da. Like when the people actually show up, like everyone has a splendid time. Like honestly, everyone is enjoying themselves. So I feel like it's like it is really a guilty pleasure place because it gives you a lot of guilt and a lot of pleasure.
Yeah, for sure.
Like honestly.
No, yeah, but it's fun though. You know, it's always a fun night out. Then besides that, I mean, I've been going to the Hot Shots a little bit lately, and I really like it. It's like the Bubbles, but a little bit less trash.
And I feel like the Bubbles has also kind of lost its charm. Like I told you this the last time we went there. I was like, this was my last time in the Bubbles. I'm not going to do it anymore, but I'm totally down for the Hot Shots. Like, I feel like, you know, in the beginning when I came to Amsterdam, like Hot Shots was the place to be. Like Hot Shots was what the Bubbles was for the past like 2 years. And now I feel like it's switched again. Like now I feel like the Hot Shots is like the trash place again.
Yeah, no, true. And also, like, they actually have, like, a couple of really decent DJs. So, like, they play trash music, which I like, but if you even don't like it, like, they have, like, nice transitions, and, like, they think about their setup instead of just putting on, like, Spotify Top 50. So, that actually also, fun fact about the Bubbles, the first night that I met my current employers, I took them there, and they hired me anyways. So, you know, shout out to those guys.
Shout out to the Bubbles. Would you, if the Bubbles had merch, would you wear it?
Yeah, 100%. Because like people already see me.
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah, and people see me already like as a Bubbles ambassador. So
yeah, fair enough. I would also totally. That would be such a good like birthday gift or something.
Yeah, but I mean it's just for the memes, right? Like.
Literally. Or is it?
Or is real question.
I like get you a part-time job at the Bubbles for your birthday.
Please
okay, but Bubbles, Hot Shots, anything else?
Yeah, but besides that, it's like I don't really go to a lot of set places, but I mean, the thing is that at Paradiso, there's this one thing called a silent disco. I think everybody knows what it means. But it has been there since before COVID. Before COVID was like every month. Now after COVID, it's only been like twice. But I've literally not missed an edition since like August 2019. Which were only like 10 editions because of COVID. But still, like, it's fucking wild. There's a lot of international students who go there, which is fun. They always have like different kinds of music, so you have 3 channels. You can just pick whatever you like, and it's just a great place to be super fucked up. So like, I have gotten into serious fights with my ex-girlfriend there, which is great. I can really
Yeah,
recommend it.
true.
Um, I've done a lot of weird things at silent disco. It has, some cases really set me back a bit. But in most cases, I would say that, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And for the silent disco, it has
Probably,
never killed me, and it's definitely made me stronger as a person. So there you
for
go.
sure. But I also feel like the silent disco was like in the beginning, like when I first got introduced to the silent disco was literally in Intrebeek when I got to
Hmm.
Amsterdam because it was like really thing. Like when it was still like every month, like it was really just like set date. Like everyone from
Yeah,
PPLE was there. Like it was just a place to be. And then COVID came, and then that kind of stopped.
yeah. I
But
hope
yeah, I was a bit sad when like I couldn't go to the disco because where was I? Austria? I don't know, but I
not now.
couldn't
Last
go.
time, yeah, you just left, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
you
It
were
doesn't matter,
maybe
but
maybe in Vietnam, but anyways, like it's super fun and like still because especially last time like there was actually like a lot of PPOE students there again, and I just took
yeah.
a lot of people that I knew or know, which was very fun. Like yeah, it was just a weird party. I decided to go to an away game of Ajax and spend like 700 euros to watch them lose, with being whilst being scared of my own safety, which is great. Which is great. I can recommend it to anyone. Um, so yeah, that's
Great
pretty funny.
decisions being made at the silent disco.
Yes, yes, only great decisions, I would say.
Okay, silent disco. Any other? Do you go to any clubs, like actual clubs? Because like Paradiso is also nice, but like I
True.
mean like actual clubs.
I mean, not really anymore. So like my guilty pleasure, I mean, it still is, but I don't really go there anymore. But it used to be Disco Dolly. Shout out to Disco Dolly, former Dansen bij Jansen.
Yeah,
It has literally been there for like decades. Like
yeah,
I think it's literally been there for over half a century. But it's just great. Also a bit trashy club. It's like where all the people from my high school used to go for the first time, and they were like 16, 17, trying to not get ID checked, which I didn't used to do that much, which I now realize might put them in jeopardy, but with like three viewers, so it's okay.
yeah. But like
No, but they do.
that's the thing, because
They
that's
did,
what I heard about like disco dollies. It's
yeah,
like that it's super like so many young
yeah,
people,
that's a bit
and
trash.
that's why I kind of stopped going there a bit as well because I was like I look like I'm like 14, but like so I should fit right in. But like I don't know, the vibe was always a bit off. Like I don't know why, but like it was a good time
The
always, but it
vibe,
wasn't. It felt a bit young though for me personally because that's what I like about the bubbles, for example, or like Langeleidt Dwarsstraat in general. It's like this playground for trashy like grown-ups in a sense. And I
yeah,
feel like
it is.
the dollies is just like a playground for like trashy children in a sense. And I feel like especially the Amsterdam crowd, of course, like because I've heard this from so many like Amsterdam born and raised kids. It's like, oh, when I first went out when I was like 15, like I always went to like the dollies
Yeah,
or something. And I'm like, yeah, you just shouldn't be in a club as a grown-up where like literal kids of like
true.
16, 15 are in there, you
Yeah,
know? So
agreed. But I mean, it still holds like a soft spot in my heart. So
fair enough, fair enough.
So I still like it, but I haven't been there. I mean, we went there once this year, I think, when it opened back again. We decided to Disco Dolly for some reason, like in January or
Us, the
February.
two of us.
No, us
Oh yeah,
and
maybe.
Anouk and some friends of hers. I don't know, some white
Oh,
girls I didn't know.
really?
Yeah,
Huh. Yes, I remember. Yes, I remember. I remember. I remember. Yeah.
yeah, it was in
True, we
February
did.
actually.
We did
Yeah.
go. Yeah, 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 I remember. Yeah, true, true. Good times. Chinook was
Yeah.
also there. Oh.
Oh my God, cut it out, get it out. No, a communal friend of ours was also there.
No, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm like literally just saying everyone's name. I'm so sorry.
Carrie, you're such a professional person.
But okay, so what do we think? What is a club you would really like to go to, but you never really went to, but you really want to go to, actually,
Oh, that's actually a
or
great
you really
question.
want to check out?
Well, so here's the thing. I hate fucking techno music. Like, literally, I went to this super
Same.
cool location the other day. It's called Lo-Fi. It's super awesome. If you like techno music, I think it's literally one of the best places to go to because it's like, it has an outside, it has a beautiful inside area. It's awesome. But I was there on a fucking techno party and I was like, yo, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Because this is just, like, I would rather stand in a silent room than this.
Yeah,
So that
fair.
sucked.
Same, honestly.
Yeah, but the location was still nice. But then, yeah, the clubs that I haven't really. I mean, I've been to most clubs. I've also been to a lot of like I would say like actual trash clubs. Like those are just not nice, with like
Yeah.
fights breaking up and whatever. Fights breaking out. I mean,
But I feel like that also kind of has its own vibe. You know, because
Literally
like I
finding
feel like
people.
it literally I feel like it has something when you're like in a club, especially in like a more like how like don't take proper for the word actual proper. Like I don't mean that, but for lack of a better word, proper clubs. Like I would just mean an actual
Yeah.
club. And then there's like all these like Dutch guys in their like white shirts and like whatever. And at some point they just start fighting each other. I'm like, yeah, like go ahead. Like let me just watch.
Is that like a turn on
I
or?
enjoy this. I mean, like a little bit in like a very strange way.
Okay. Oh,
I see them wrestling. I'm like, you want to wrestle me? No, just kidding. Or am I?
okay. I'm just gonna sidestep this.
No, but I don't know. Like, I find it kind of sad because I feel like with PPLE, we did have some parties in like some nice clubs, like Jimmy Woo, for example.
Yeah,
We had this
super
really
nice
nice
place.
party with Cess there, which was amazing. It was such a good party, and it's also such a nice place. But I never go there. Like
No,
never, ever,
same.
ever. Or like Chicago Social Club, same thing. Like
I've
been
actually
there,
been there
was
once. It wasn't good.
beautiful. I really liked it. Like I was also there again on a European Studies party, and I really loved it. Like I thought it was so cool. But I think the issue for me is really this like commitment of having to buy a ticket,
Yeah,
because that is just like 15 euros down the drain if it's not a good night, you know?
yeah,
And that's the thing with these places like the Bubbles or like the Hot Shots or like even Dolly's or whatever. I mean, Dolly's you also have to pay, but it's like you just walk in, and if it was ever to be shit, which honestly has never happened so far, it was actually trash.
yeah.
Like then you're like, yeah, whatever. I just go somewhere else, or I
True.
just, God forbid, go home.
No, that's not an option. I'm sorry.
No, exactly. But I feel like for me, this like paying money to get in somewhere, no.
I really don't mind it, to be honest, because like you usually, I'm drunk and I'm also like, yeah, I got money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not
Yeah.
about the fact that I'm like, oh, I don't have money, but it's just kind of this having to pay for it. I don't know.
I mean, that's
I don't
put a
know.
bit of an entry requirement on it, but
It just puts my expectations up somehow. And then
yeah.
I go in, and then if it's not as nice as I expected it, I'm like, what the fuck did I pay for? And that can always happen, like a club night might not be your vibe. Like that's just the
Yeah.
way it is, So yeah, that's why. But how do you feel about the whole, what is that called? Reguliers, blah blah blah, stat.
Reguliersdwarsstraat,
Where
the
the
gay
Nix
street in
is,
Amsterdam.
yes. Yeah, how do you
I
feel
like
about
it.
that?
I actually, I mean, when I was younger, we used to go to the Knicks sometimes. We did like one straight night, and then it would just be like a mix of people, because otherwise they do have like a super. I mean, yeah, this is yeah no, but like they have like nights where they sometimes don't even let you in if you look like heterosexual,
Yeah.
which has happened to me, but that's okay.
Yeah, same. That has also happened to me.
Yeah, but I went to the Exit
But
the
don't
first
they
time.
don't
Like
they still have a straight night like every week though?
I think
Like
so.
one night is straight night, no?
Yeah,
I
at
think.
the Knicks I still have it, but I just don't really go there. They have also Vodka Wednesdays, which
No,
is
me
supposed to be
neither.
very
Oh
fun.
yeah. Oh, totally need to check that out.
Yeah, actually we should, but
We
when you get
should.
back.
Okay, sorry, but Exit, yeah.
Yeah, no, so I actually went to the Exit for the first time a couple of weeks ago because my friends, like I have a couple of friends who were really into it. And that's also in that street, so it's also like in a gay bar street. But the nice thing about that place is like every single night there's just a mix of people in there, so it really doesn't matter
Yeah.
like who you are, what you like, whatever.
Yeah.
And it has great music in the sense of great fucking trashy pop music.
Yeah, that is true. Honestly, even better than any other place.
Yeah,
Like honestly, the Exit or like what's the one next to it called?
the
It's
Knicks or
smaller
Barblend.
bar and no, that's on the other side. The Exit, and then next to it is I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But like this whole street, like music is
Yep.
fire.
Yep.
Like if you're like into trashy pop, you're like in your El Dorado. Like it's fire. It's so good.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that was fun. Yeah, but I don't really go there that
Yeah.
much anymore, to be honest, to that street. I used to.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I went there quite a lot actually, like because my neighbor from upstairs, like he doesn't
Yeah.
live there he doesn't live in the same house anymore, but we grew quite close actually. And like whenever Daniel didn't have time or it was just like too late or like whatever, this dude and we just call each other up and we're like, should we go out? And then we just always went to the exit because he just really liked it. And it always ended with him hooking up with some person and then us going home in the Uber with the three of us. And yeah, it's great. It's great. No, but honestly, but I had the best times. And for me personally, like I really like sort of going to these places. For me, I just really enjoy the fact that I am literally just there to like dance and like have a good time. Like I don't even look at anyone. Like it's like every time I went to the exit, I was like, I know this is not going to be a night of like looking at guys or looking at anyone. I was just like, no, this is just like going out and having fun for me. Like my neighbor was like up in people's face, but not me. No, he was like doing things. He was going places, but yeah, I just had the best. Yeah, I don't even know, but I had the best time. Like actually, if you go into the exit to the very back, there's a pole.
I know.
And if you walk in left of the pole, my name is carved in there. I don't know if that's legal. I don't know if I will get in legal trouble. But yeah,
I think you're fine.
I'm just saying. And also in the bubbles, if you walk into the girls' toilet, the left one, my name is also carved into the door.
Oh my god. I'll check next time. Not the door, no, not the girls' door.
The girls' toilet? Yeah.
Nah, I think I'm gonna skip that. Alright. But yeah, what would your perfect club be in Amsterdam? If you can choose one, only one.
Well, the thing is, listen, I talked to a mutual friend of ours about this.
Yeah.
We also really need to find a way for this because like I get it that we don't want to call out names, but at this point people are just gonna get confused. Like, do they only have one mutual friend? Like, are they talking about
we have one friend? Yeah.
No, we only have one friend. It's always the same friend. No, but it's actually a different friend. Like, I don't think we've talked about this friend yet. And I was talking to him, and he said when I'm back, no, he didn't say that, but he said he really wants to go to the Oliva. Yeah. And I also really want that. And I know that you've been there recently.
Actually,
and tell us about that experience.
Did he tell you about that?
Yeah, you told me, but tell the listeners.
The listeners, not the fans. Yeah, no. No, so like literally this one guy got us like on the semi-list. I don't know that there is like a semi-list, but basically it meant that we had to pay like a reduced fee just to get in. So we were absolutely fucking shit-faced because, we just got very drunk very early in the day. Also on a Wednesday, it was great. But then we get to the club at like 11:45, which is relatively early, but also not
I just wanted to say
insanely early because we went to a cocktail bar before. Maybe it was even like a little bit past 12, but like early, but not.
Did you go to Fajoa?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, with a couple of our mutual friends.
I love Fajoa. Like, it's so nice.
It was great. Yeah, I asked for like a strong whiskey cocktail, and this guy was literally like, "Oh, you want a strong whiskey cocktail?" And then he like let me taste a couple of whiskeys, and I was like, "Okay, the strongest one or like the smokiest one." And he made me a cocktail, and like literally after that, I got like a straight up headache. And I still made it like 4 hours into the night, but still, it was fucking rough.
Good. Yeah, but Fajoa is amazing. Like that's maybe that's our golden tip of this podcast is like go have a drink of Fajoa.
Yeah.
Although I'm not actually sure. Maybe we should like bleep this out because if it gets really popular, then we're kind of fucked because then we're like right now spilling our like best kept secret.
I don't think this is gonna get very popular. I'm not gonna lie.
I heard 500,000 listeners.
500,000. Yeah. Okay. That's the goal for the first episode. 500,000 listeners.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. If we don't get 500,000 likes, we're not gonna make a second episode. You have to understand.
Yeah.
I would shout out to Fajoa, they're great. But anyways, then we went to Oliva, and at this point I was really fucked up drunk, which also not fucked up drunk, but I was really drunk. Also because I lost the game and then I had to like chug a beer in the street, like a shotgun beer, which is great.
As one does, you know.
As one does. But then we went to Oliva and like it was literally empty. Like we've been to the club that was there before, Club Claire, which is very cute. It's a very small club. But for some reason, this place, there was like literally 20 people here. And because it was empty, nobody was dancing. So we had like one beer and we danced a bit and we literally like started the party. So like when we started dancing, you know, other people started to join. But there was literally nothing going on there. So I was very happy to leave and to go. Yeah, that was a wild night anyways. We went to like a bar and then to another club after that, which was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but so is it Oliva or is it Oliva?
Oliva, I think.
Oliva. Okay. Well, then sorry for mispronouncing. Well, I still really want to go there because
we
I think
can.
it looks so cool, and like I just really want to check it out. I don't even know what music they're playing, but it just kind of speaks to me.
Pretty
And if you look up
accessible.
like, yeah, if you look up the ratings on Google Maps, like you're gonna be shocked. It has like a 3.6 star rating or something,
That's
or like
low.
even less, maybe 2.6. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Because apparently people get like turned away like all the time for no apparent reason.
Why do you
Like
want to go?
for being a guy or something. Why I want to go?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really want to check it out. Like it's one of the places in Amsterdam I've never been to, and I really want to check out.
You've been to the former Oliva. You've been to Club
I know, but that's true. But like now I want to go, like because I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, Daniel. Leave me alone, okay?
Kara, if there's one thing we have to be serious about, it's about which club to go to when you get back, you know? We need to make like a fucking schedule.
But I'm telling you, I can tell you guys, like I already told Daniel, like a couple of weeks back we were calling, and then I was like, you better take the week off when I get back because it's gonna be rough. Like you think we left this in the past? Absolutely fucking not. Like no way.
Yeah, I'm a bit scared.
So Oliva is definitely one of the top places I want to hit up.
Okay, we can do it, but maybe not on a Wednesday night at 12.
No, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Maybe on like towards the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you know, if any of our listeners have some great fucking recommendations, you know, let us know in the comments.
Let us know. Honestly, let us know in the comments.
You know, one of the 500,000.
We're gonna get so many tips.
Oh my god.
Where do you want to go? What's a place you want to check out?
A new place or like an existing place? Because about new places first, I might go there this Saturday. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Oh, great! You're just gonna do it without me. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. But no, like Club Up has like this party called All the Way Up, and it's very trashy in a very different way than the Bubbles, but it's still super nice. Like I went there twice now, and twice I must say I was, you know, a bit intoxicated.
Is Club Up the one that we went with your roommate to?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that place gives me the creeps, man.
It's so big. It's insane.
It is so big, and I feel like literally it gives me Spiked vibes.
Yeah?
Like, I don't know why, but like, I'm not a biggest fan. The only thing that I really like about this place is that they have a photo booth, because I have so many funny photos of like nights out, because when you're drunk, you're like, €5, whatever. And then like suddenly you're like 20 euros deep into pictures with people that you literally don't even know. But like, yeah, it gives me the creeps. But okay, it's like All the Way Up. Like what kind of vibe? Like what's the...
I mean, it's a bit more like hip hop, housey kind of vibes, I think, in terms of music. But it's just very fun because like the club is fucking huge, and I've been there only twice because it's only one a month, this party. But I've been there twice with like my roommate and his friends, and once time you joined.
Yeah.
But like it was just a very fun group of people, and it was only guys, I must say that, except for you. So then you're not really scared about spiking and stuff like that, or like at least then I don't pay attention. So yeah, it was just super fun, and yeah, it was just good times.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so Club Up, and any other place you want to check out?
Right now, maybe to the Lovely, because I've heard good things about that, I think.
Oh yeah.
But I've never been myself. And besides that, no, nothing in particular. We can just go to Hot Shots like 3 times a week. I think that's a fair plan.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, Daniel, best night out ever.
Oh fuck, actually I didn't think about this. It's completely unscripted. This is actually very unscripted, I must say. Like, I haven't...
In general?
I thought I would give this more thought beforehand, but I didn't. Also, I'm realizing I'm starting to slur my words a bit, but that's okay.
When that Baco hits.
Yeah, when the Baco fucking hits, bro. It's fucking Thursday. It's almost 5 p.m. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, crazy.
No, my best night out ever. Can you go first if you have any idea? Because I literally am blanking right
Oh,
now.
I know mine. And actually, the saddest part is you weren't even a part of it. And the saddest part is
Oh
also
my!
that I think, yeah, literally. And I think that I'm also really romanticizing that night in my head because
Mhm.
everyone keeps telling me, I mean, the thing is, okay, before I tell about the night, like everyone that I talk to about this night um, is really like, oh my God, yeah, that was such a good night. Like people still talk about it, although it's been so long ago. Like literally, like me and my ex-boyfriend just got together basically when that night happened. So it's
Wow.
like super long ago. But every time I talked to someone about this that was there that night was like, yeah, that was a really good night. And for
Yeah.
me, I think it was literally my best night out ever. It was so much fun. It was in Jimmy Woo and it was the party with Sis.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I've heard about
And
it
that
many
was
times actually. Yeah.
such a fun night. It was honestly crazy. Like I had such a good time. Also almost broke bones again because
Mm.
someone lifted me up, fell. I fell on the ground, fell on top of me in the middle of the club. Totally not a scene. It was great. But yeah, I don't know. It was just such a good night. And I cannot even put my finger on why it was such a good
Mm.
night. But what was our best night together?
I would say it
Whoa.
wasn't specifically like one with going out. I would say probably the night that we got insanely trashed at your dad's holiday house in Austria.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite nights of my
Yeah,
life
I agree.
because it was
I
so
agree.
fucking funny and
Yeah, yeah,
everything
that is
about the
true.
night was just
Yeah.
funny and it was super
I
cute
mean,
because
except, was that the first time or the second time you were there?
the second time because
Okay, good.
your former roommate was there as well.
Ah, yeah, true, true,
We
true,
got
true.
into a fight that was completely useless and like we made up in like within like 15 minutes, so it was great. And then we
True.
scared a taxi driver by having a very sexual conversation
Well, the
um,
taxi
on the way
driver,
home.
she was like half driving, half like, I don't know, maybe doing drugs or something.
She
Like
was
she
wilding
was
out.
on a whole different vibe. She
True.
was rough. Well, but yeah, that was a crazy fun night. That is true.
Yeah.
But I feel like generally, if we talk about just like really, really, really like good nights, like I thought we were talking like going out nights,
Yeah.
like best like going out night. But like if we talk about it like this, I think the whole summer that you guys were in
True.
Austria, like
I
that,
would
it was
agree.
just every single day and night was just so much fun, and it was so memorable. If I wasn't that drunk,
Yeah.
like I would give you such good memories. But I just remember, well, one specific night where we played. Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna make this podcast anymore R-rated than it already is. Um, but
No,
Kara
maybe
screamed at
good.
me to do some actions that I wasn't comfortable with. Let's keep it at that.
But now it's even worse because okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's leave it
Yeah.
up to people's imagination. But it was a good time.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was a good time. And
Yeah,
also,
my
my
grandma almost
Christianity
saw.
survived. So
Yeah, it did barely, but it did. It was
barely.
hanging on by a thread, Daniel.
Yeah. No, but it was fun. But in terms of like going out, I don't really know if I have like one distinct best night I've got because like to be honest, the other like moment of like drinking and partying that comes into my mind is also another night of going out. It was just like a night with like my high school friends, like the final day of school where you just party in the
Yeah,
Netherlands. That was also one of the most fun days of my life, I think, in terms of like drinking or like partying related.
yeah,
But really, just going out, I would say I don't know. So sometimes you just have a good night, sometimes you have a bad night, but there's never really like
yeah,
one night that I really like. I mean, there was like one good night this summer with you and your roommate and a couple of other people that we stayed like till the end of the bubbles, like at 5 a.m. or something. That was just super fun. Like it was
oh
all
yeah,
positive things. I think it was with my
yeah,
birthday actually. Yeah, that was good.
yeah, yeah. I think also what also is generally just like some of my most fun nights with you specifically was just when you basically lived at my house in the pandemic for a while.
Yes.
It's so hilarious. And I just loved it, like walking out of my room and you just like being there. It was so nice. It was
Yeah.
so good.
So as
And
context,
yeah,
like we had obviously the curfew in the Netherlands a couple of like a year ago and 2 years ago as well, I think. So I would just go to Kara and just get stupid drunk. But you couldn't leave the house anymore after 9 and before 5, I think.
Or
So
6,
then
yeah.
6 even. So I mean, I'm not gonna stay up till 6 and drive home or bike home. So then we would just drink until like 3 or 4, and we would just like hang out with like Kara and her roommate, and then I would go to sleep, have a little nap on the couch, and then we would wake up the next morning at 10 a.m. and I would just bike home and like run into my neighbors in the park, and they would look at me like I was absolute trash, but I was living my best life.
Which you were a little bit.
So should I then just tell the story about me just waking up?
Yeah, tell the
Alright.
story. It's literally, this is honestly, I know for a fact that this is honestly one of my favorite stories ever of Daniel,
Okay.
like in his life.
So basically, we were drinking at Kara's place and her roommates, and we got like super 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 trash. I think it was in the summer as well.
Yeah,
But I went to sleep
it's
at
so
like
trash.
5 or 6 a.m. There was even after curfew, but it was just like common use for me to sleep at their couch.
Yeah,
Also because it's
literally
very
just
far.
really intermezzo. Daniel already had his own freaking sheets and everything because no one else stayed there. Like Daniel was literally Daniel's bed at this point.
Yep.
It was so fun.
I do miss it. I'm not gonna lie. Now that you're both gone, I do kind of miss it.
Yeah, I got that.
But no, so like we had like a little thingy. I don't know. Maybe we even went out. I don't think so. But anyways, we got super duper drunk. I went to sleep on the couch, and I wake up the next morning. But it's like warm. It's like beginning of the summer. I think June 2021. It must have been. On a very beautiful morning, and I wake up. I feel all the sun on my face, and I hear some Spanish voices coming from somewhere. That is, I don't know. I know where from, but it's coming from somewhere for sure. And I'm just lying there, absolutely, completely fucking dead. So the first solution for the issue or like for the problem that there is Spanish going around, that comes up in my head, is that I'm in Spain. That I got so fucked up drunk that I took a plane and I went to Spain, and now I'm waking up at like a fucking beach or something, and they're talking to each other about calling the police. Um, no, Kara's dying, but
This is literally, honestly, I think this story, why I love it so much is because I think it just like perfectly sums up like Daniel and my relationship, like the toxicity of it, which is at the same time so lovely, is that Daniel thought it was a proper possibility that we got so drunk that we took an airplane to go to Spain and then wake up there and he's all alone and people
Yep.
are talking Spanish around him. Like that's just the beauty of this story to me. But what was the solution actually?
so yeah,
Or
no.
what turned out to be the actual case?
Well, I mean, this was also like I must say, like this was obviously like my hungover brain, maybe still a bit drunk, coming to conclusions. But it just turned out that her roommate was having a Spanish class in her room online, so she was just talking Spanish, and in fact, I didn't fly to Spain, which was a big relief because then I could bike home.
Honestly, when I heard this story for the first time, I really think I completely lost it because it's just so like on theme for like our
Yeah.
friendship.
True.
Because like honestly, like I am glad that they stopped flying at a certain time. Because I am not gonna lie, like I could promise you that you and I would be standing in the
Like, yo, bro.
bubbles, checking like the last minute tickets, be like, let's go to Cyprus right now.
Yo, bro,
And
bro.
literally get in like the biggest trouble.
It's only
because
50
we
euros,
just go
man.
to some literally. I mean, you literally bought like a freaking like trip to Italy for like hundreds of euros to watch Ajax. Like
no.
you would easily get
I didn't. I just made the decision to do that, and then I kept myself to the promise that I made to my friends. But I didn't buy the actual tickets at
Okay.
like 3 a.m. No, it's not. I'm not that
well,
bummed.
I could see us doing that though.
Yes.
So
Let's do it
it's
this
just
summer. Fuck it.
literally fuck it.
I
Yeah,
think
well
it'll be
that's
fun.
the thing. They stop flying at some point, no? They don't fly at like 2
It doesn't
a.m.
matter. We just like we get super drunk. We book the tickets for like 7 a.m. and we just go.
For what? To just like for another time to go?
No, just like we booked the tickets at like 4 a.m. for a flight that goes at 7 a.m. We take a taxi to the
Oh
to
yeah,
the
I love
airport,
that.
and then we
I
see
love
what the fuck
that.
happens, and we probably puke on the plane, but that's fine. because we're not alone.
Like we also bring like no luggage,
No,
like
no,
nothing.
just a
Like
backpack.
literally, all we have is like the clothes on our body.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think that would be great.
Probably still a beer from the club. Like,
Yeah,
that's literally
maybe in your
it.
swimming trunks. Yeah,
You just might be. You never know.
maybe,
You
yeah.
never know. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think that was a perfect story to sum up this first podcast because it's literally my favorite story ever.
Great.
You know how children have like a favorite sleep story? That's my favorite sleep story.
Okay. Well, I think that's very problematic, but hey,
I think it's very wholesome,
Do you?
actually.
I think it's very wholesome. Okay. Sure. All right. Then I think we've come to an end of this very first, Tequila Cooper podcast. I must say I'm quite tipsy by now.
Tequila. Really?
Yeah, I am. But also, like,
I love that.
this bottle is gone. Like, there's nothing in here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bacardi,
Yeah.
my guys.
Shout out to Bacardi.
Yeah. How did you
thank
like
you
it,
guys
Kara?
for listening.
How did you think it went?
I think it actually went quite well. Like for first episode,
Yeah.
I don't think it went badly at all. I just love like talking to you and talking about these things. So I'm just like, yeah, like it just feels like super chill and just like as if we were just talking to each other and now we're just recording it,
True. Yeah, same. Yeah, I mean I think it went quite okay. I mean it's gonna be very awkward to hear our voices like in post, as the professionals
Yeah.
call it.
I'm glad I don't have to do that because thank you. Shout out to Daniel, he's doing that.
I'm doing the editing, I'm a fucking editing genius, as some might say.
Yeah.
We've come to the end of our very first, Tequila Cooper podcast, hosted by Daniel and
Yeah.
also very convincing Kara. There you go. I might edit it out, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the notorious ACK.
The notorious
as some might
ACK,
call her.
exactly. Krrrpa. That's what I was looking for. No, I thought it was very fun. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I
If you have
enjoyed
any,
it.
to be honest, like this is absolutely the first time. So if you have any like suggestions or whatever, feel free to let us know in the comments down below. That's a bar. There you go.
Suggestion is literally, guys, please stop. This is so cringy. Please don't ever do a podcast
I mean,
again.
it can be a suggestion. Like that this is the biggest waste of
Well,
waste
you
of
could
time ever.
suggest that. We're just not gonna care.
Exactly. We block out the haters. We when
Yeah.
you have haters, you gotta shake it off like Taylor Swift. Fuck it.
Like Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
We should do a whole episode just about Taylor Swift.
I'm not gonna lie, that is literally in my idea book. So
Okay.
if you
good.
want an entire episode about Taylor Swift, please subscribe, like, share with all your friends. Even if you don't have any, please just do.
Because neither do Daniel and I. We just have one
Exactly.
communal friend.
we have one communal friend and we have each other and we both have a roommate. There you fucking go.
Exactly, and that's it.
No, but thank you very much for. If you actually made it to this point, I don't think anyone is gonna make it because I think the 3 or 4 friends that we have that are gonna actually listen to this are not gonna make it this far. But if you do make it this far, thank you very much for listening. We're gonna hopefully make another episode. I really enjoyed it. I think Kara really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I did.
great. Thank you and goodbye.
All right.
Bye.
Ciao.